Have you ever wondered what will happen if you feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled for 365 days in a row? In the last 365 days, I easily went from making $10,000 a month to making $20,000 a month, and yes, I wanted to write $30,000 here, so that was my inner being telling me that I'm ready for the next step. And I did this by staying in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, so that's how powerful it truly is. And that's why in today's video, I'm gonna show you what the feeling of the wish fulfilled actually is and why almost everyone gets it wrong, how I was able to stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled for 365 days straight, I never missed a day, and a simple 5-minute exercise that allows you to reach the feeling of the wish fulfilled insanely fast, and this can easily 2x or 3x your income. And the most shocking thing for me is that I realized that 90% of people get the feeling of the wish fulfilled completely wrong, and yes, I have to admit it, but please keep it a secret. I was one of them, because I thought that the feeling of the wish fulfilled always has to be like this. Yeah! But eventually, thankfully, I realized that I did it all wrong, or at least kind of. Please allow me to explain. The truth is that the state of the wish fulfilled is a state where your desire has been realized. It's a state of consciousness. And this state of consciousness in which your desire has been realized does not automatically mean that it has to be expressed with an intense emotion. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. And Neville Goddard says it in these words: "When I speak of feeling, I do not mean emotion, but acceptance of the fact that the desire is fulfilled." And now I already hear you screaming from the rooftop, "But Sebastian, you're always telling me that tears are running down your cheeks when you're meditating." And yes, that is true, because I love to associate the feeling of the wish fulfilled with emotions. You don't have to, but you can do that. And when you really think about it, the way Neville Goddard describes it, with this feeling of calmness, of acceptance, we could say that this inner state of calmness and this acceptance in itself is an emotion, or at least it can be expressed in an emotional way, because we are human beings. We always feel emotions. And for one person, the feeling of the wish fulfilled might be expressed in a woohoo. Then for another person, the feeling of the wish fulfilled might be expressed in a yeah, it happened. It's good, I'm relaxed. So you might associate the feeling of the wish fulfilled with a feeling of clarity, or a feeling of calmness, or a feeling of, and now I can't read what I wrote there, but you can read it, of all these feelings. You can associate all these emotions, ding, 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 with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. But at the same time, you might also associate this feeling of the wish fulfilled, this state of the wish fulfilled, with joy, with ecstasy, with any other emotion that you want to express. That is your freedom. Just remember that it's not necessary, it is optional. The most important realization for me was to realize that I have the choice. I have the choice to feel this acceptance, this inner calmness, as Neville Goddard describes it, or to feel joy, to feel ecstasy. But that doesn't mean that I always have to push myself to the limit and say, if I don't feel this intense sense of joy, this intense sense of woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, ecstasy and la-la-la-la-la, that I manifest wrong. And that was a huge relief for me. It can simply be a state of calmness, as long as this emotion or feeling or state that you internally sense feels natural. If it creates a state of naturalness, then you're doing it right, because Neville Goddard said, if you do not feel natural about what you want to be, you will not be it. And if you don't do what I share with you in just a moment, you might be able to stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled for an hour, maybe even for 2, maybe even for 2.5 hours, but you will not be able to stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled for a whole day, for a week, for a month, and definitely not for 365 days. And here's why. But oh, wait. Now you might be saying, yeah, but Sebastian, I don't want to stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled for 365 days, for 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. That sounds so exhausting. Oh no, I didn't sign up for that. Well, if you want to manifest your dream life, then you kind of signed up for it, because in order to truly draw what you want to you, in order to manifest this reality, you have to continuously and repeatedly enter the wish fulfilled. And at some point, this state of naturalness will feel so natural that you're just in it and it won't feel exhausting. Because remember, when it feels completely natural, then you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to say, help me, and oh my God, and what the heck, and this is so exhausting. And I honestly don't know what I did here, so I guess I have to really check my brain. I don't know why I wrote it in this weird way, but it says wish fulfilled. So no, this won't be you. Instead, you will be relaxed, you will be at peace, you will feel completely at ease, because it has become your natural state of being. It has entered the state of naturalness. And that's why Neville Goddard said, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and continue feeling that it is fulfilled until that which you feel objectifies itself. If a physical fact can produce a psychological state can produce a physical fact. And continuing to feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the only way for you to make it feel natural. And yes, in the beginning, you have to go into the feeling of the wish fulfilled repeatedly. You have to remind yourself of it. You have to use the imaginal act. You have to remind yourself of the feeling and of the future that you are in the process of creating. But at some point, this state of naturalness will take over. And that's when things flow effortlessly. That's why right now, when I think about all these days that I stayed in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, I can't even get out of it. I mean, yes, you can push me and pull me and at some point try to get me out of the feeling of the wish fulfilled, but I always bounce back. Just like a slingshot, I always go whoop and then boing, I bounce back in the wish fulfilled, and I go boing and back in the wish fulfilled. It's impossible for me now to get out of it. And that's why Neville Goddard said in The Power of Awareness, the time it takes your assumption to become fact, your desire to be fulfilled, is directly proportionate to the naturalness of your feeling of already being what you want to be, of already having what you desire. And this natural state of being simply can't be produced and maintained by doing this. Well, that was a powerful 5-minute meditation. Now I'm ready to feel like shit for the rest of the day. And for me personally, the combination of affirmations, short meditations throughout the day, and continuously stepping into my new self concept does the job. To give you some specific examples of specific and general affirmations that I used on this journey. This then manifests into specific affirmation 1, I am so grateful that I manifest X dollars each month. Specific affirmation 2, I am so incredibly thankful that my net worth exceeds X amount of dollars. General affirmation 1, I love money and money loves me. General affirmation 2, I am so rich and wealthy. And these general affirmations are to specific affirmations what Scottie Pippen was to Michael Jordan. And in case you're not a basketball fan, how dare you? It means that general affirmations are supporting the specific affirmation. And on a typical day, I meditate 2 to 3 times a day. I meditate in the morning, I meditate in the evening, and sometimes also after lunch. And this helps me to remind my subconscious mind throughout the day that, hey, he's still feeling the feeling of the wish fulfilled. He's still in the state of the wish fulfilled, and he still has his T-Rex hands. Let's make this the official mascot of the channel. And on top of that, I practice my second career as an actor every day. And no, I have never acted in a TV show, movie, or on a theater stage. Oh, now that I remember it, actually, when I was in grade 1 or grade 2 of school, I think I was the backup for the Rainbow Fish, and I was praying to everything that I believed in back then. Please, please don't let the main actor be sick, because I didn't study my lines. But even if, like me, you have no acting experience, it doesn't matter. It's about you acting by stepping into your self-concept. Just like a method actor steps into his or her self-concept as the new character. I mean, why do you think Austin Butler's voice, now that he played Elvis, sounds like this? And I was then going to... Because he really stepped into that character. And in the same way, I invite you to step into your abundant self-concept, or whatever the self-concept is that is in alignment with what you want to manifest. So ask yourself, how would I, as this version of myself who has already what I want, who is already in this state of the wish fulfilled, where all my wishes have been fulfilled, how would I walk? How would I talk? How would I think? How can I express this self-concept with my body? And in week number 3 of the Abundance Reality Shift Coaching Program, we're gonna dive deep, bloop, 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 really deep into your self-concept. And we're gonna create your abundant self-concept so that you can draw the abundance that you want to you. And if you want to find out more about this one-on-one coaching program, you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/abundance or click on the first link in the description. And according to Neville Goddard, you simply cannot ignore the importance of your self-concept. Because Neville said, health, wealth, beauty and genius are not created. They are only manifested by the arrangement of your mind. That is, by your concept of yourself. And your concept of yourself is all that you accept and consent to as true. Now imagine there was a simple exercise routine that allowed you to easily enter the state of the wish fulfilled and to remain in it so that you can double or even triple your income in a relatively short period of time. And I developed this manifestation routine that allows you to easily remain in the feeling of the wish fulfilled during these 365 days. And it's easy to use, it's fun, and well, you can then experience it and practice it for yourself. And remember, the simplest things can have the most powerful effect on your life. And that's why Neville Goddard said the following words in Prayer, The Art of Believing. The feeling of the wish fulfilled, if assumed and sustained, must objectify the state that would have created it. This law explains why faith is the substance of things not hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, and why he calleth things that are not seen as though they were, and things that were not seen became seen. So here's how you can reach this state of faith by entering the feeling of the wish fulfilled faster than the roadrunner can say, meep, meep. Minute 1. Choose one specific and one general affirmation and repeat them and truly feel yourself into their meaning. Feel yourself into what these words represent. Minute 2 to 3. Allow yourself to just relax for a moment and to go into a quick instant meditation where you close your eyes and you then see yourself in the imaginal act living your dream life, living the life that you want to manifest. Minute 4 to 5. Step into your new self-concept by shifting your body language and by looking at yourself in the mirror. And while you look at yourself in the mirror, you see your new self in the reflection of the mirror while you remain in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And I'm more than happy to help you with all these steps, including, of course, your self-concept in my 8-week Abundance Reality Shift Coaching Program. And by the way, if you also want to find out more about my audio program, you can click on the second link in the description or go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/mastery. And now you know how to stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled for 365 days. But do you also know how to use the imaginal act to draw anything you want to you? If you want to find out how I did it, then you can watch this video next.